So I'm offering a new course that's called Deliberate Coaching. And the idea is that shooting needs performance methodology-based coaching. In a lot of sports, we've moved ahead a lot in coaching, and what it used to be was personality over principle. I do it this way, therefore everybody should do it. And what we've learned in a long time of athletics is how to improve people in different aspects of it. And I think in the firearms industry, we're still in that kind of personality phase of development. We have a lot of great shooting courses that certify you in a skill of shooting or certify you maybe as an instructor, but they don't teach you how to coach as much. So I wanted to step into this after 4 decades of coaching people and show them the right way to, one, learn how to deal with people, because as a coach, the most important thing you do is make connection with another person. And that's not easily taught nor developed, but it's the most important coaching skill. The Preneed decision process that we use in self-protection is the same thing that we use in coaching. We recognize the pattern of behavior and posture, how the person relates to us, the words that are important to them, whether they see or feel, and we can make a better connection and we can improve them much quicker. All coaching is 3 aspects. One is technical aspects, which we're very good at: how to press a trigger, how to grip the gun, how to see the sights. The other one is psychological aspects. How do we make decisions under pressure? So we know how to press the trigger, but why do we do it under pressure? And why do we cause misses or rush shots, or we don't see our sights? So the psychology is really important, and the sensation of that decision, what needs to be preempted. And the final one is physiological. Anybody who's shot a match, or shot a qualification or a test knows that your body recognizes it as a real experience of stress and it reacts accordingly. But we don't talk about how to deal that. We say don't freeze, breathe, stay in the moment, but we don't really talk about how to program ourselves. We should have a preparatory index. We should visualize what we're about to do. We should visualize feeling either the gun or breathing. And then we should clear our mind as we exhale and engage it in some other activity to let it go, and greet the buzzer when it's time to go and do a good job. So deliberate coaching is the idea of how can we do all 3 aspects? How can we recognize what is predictive behavior? What is diagnostic behavior? How can we correct it? How can we connect to our people quickly? Curriculum development is a big part of shooting. You need to understand different scoring methodologies, whether they're competitive or tactical, because they both matter, and they both do things exceptionally well, and we shouldn't be on one side or the other. We also need to know how to adapt to our students quickly, because you may start a class and find that there's another aspect that really needs to be taught, and that's your process of doing it. I think coaches in general have to be EQ geniuses, because they have to manage what we call arousal levels in psychology. Is the person overexcited or underexcited? And how can we bring the person that's disassociative up and into the fold, and someone who's too excited down so that they can perform better? And the final thing that I think you need to do is build some sort of legacy as a coach. And that means that people get better right now, and we see an improvement during class, and therefore they want to train more because they feel successful. We have used a lot of negative methodology to teach people, say, don't do this, don't do that, you need to do this. What we need to do is let them tap into the flow state of improvement, which allows us to be clearly present with immediate goals, allows us to really develop the student because they have passion and curiosity for what they're doing. They're trying to become masters of their craft instead of just accomplished at it. And then finally, they can recognize how to improve themselves. And if you can improve yourself, then you can start improving other people. So the deliberate coaching is completely different. It's coaching, but it has a shooting component to it. You'll get to coach a lot in the class. You'll get to work with other folks, and your score will be dependent on your ability to coach well, not on your ability to shoot well. We do require a certain standard of shooting, but we want you to learn how to coach, and we want to give you that over 3 days. One of the great things is we're sitting at the Mingle right now is we're developing firearms instructors. And that's not gender specific, but we really need to concentrate on developing women in the shooting sports, because we don't have enough models, and I don't mean that in a good way, I mean that as a role model, so that other shooters can learn to be very good at what they do. So we're trying to reach across the bridge, help everybody become a better coach, not just be a better shooter, not be technically competent, but be a great shooter, have a legacy, be able to adapt to their clients, understand how they think, and understand how they can get the best performance out of them through flow state and proper coaching measurements. So my finishing message is always what we're teaching people is to measure, refine, and perform at their highest level, whether you're tactical whether you're competitive or whether you do both, you can be better at shooting instantly, and you can help other people do it. A lot of people don't want to be coaches because they don't feel like they're ready, but the time is now. You will improve as a coach if you'll simply put yourself on the line and learn how to coach better.